I've been getting this question all the time. I've been getting this question a lot. Which app is better? Should I go with Robinhood or should I go with M1 Finance? This question was extremely difficult for me to answer, but this is the conclusion that I came out to. Watch this video to find out my answer. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Bruce Wang. I've been experimenting with Robinhood for the last 7 months. That is right, 7 months. I've been depositing $100 into my account every week for the last 7 months. And now I've moved on to try another platform, and that platform is called M1 Finance. In the comment section of that video, there was a lot of people telling me how great M1 Finance was. That made me want to keep testing out the platform. So I did it. I deposited another $100 into M1 Finance. Now I've been on M1 Finance for about 3 weeks. Almost a month now. I have about $200 invested into it. Let's just jump right into the app and see exactly how my portfolio has been doing. On this platform, I have 2 accounts. I have one test account, and I set up a SEP IRA that I wanted to try out as well. I haven't gotten around to actually depositing any money into that SEP IRA. If you guys didn't know, a SEP IRA is for individuals who are self-employed. But anyways, let's go right into the main topic, which is this test portfolio. M1 Finance, they don't autocorrect any of their text, so I misspelled test and they just kept it this way. So this is the TEAT portfolio. I have $200.43. Since the last time I checked, my portfolio is now up 74 cents, which is about 0.6%. There's only one YouTuber out there that I know that also use M1 Finance. He is Ryan Scribner. He is one of the top YouTube finance people. So maybe after you finish watching my video, you guys can go check him out. But anyways, this is my test portfolio. One thing I love about M1 Finance is that they allow you to buy fractional shares. If you guys don't know what that is, go check out my last video. So that'll bring you up to speed. But basically, fractional shares, what that is let's say, for example, you don't have enough money to buy Netflix. I think one Netflix share is worth $360 right now, about that much. So a lot of people don't have that type of cash, and a lot of people also want to invest into Netflix. So what fractional shares are is you can buy a fraction of that stock. For myself, I was able to purchase about $20 worth of this stock. And if you look at the position of my shares, it says 0.05492, which is a fraction of Netflix, and that's the fraction that I own at the moment. And this is one of the top 2 features of M1 Finance. If we take a look further, all these companies right here in my portfolio, McDonald's, 3M, Bank of America, Vanguard, all of them, even Amazon, Facebook, I can't purchase any of these stocks completely on the Robinhood app. That's why I downloaded M1 Finance, so I can test it out and also be invested into these companies. So here's another example. McDonald's is worth about $185. So, and my position in shares is 0.09 with an average cost of $17.82. So I'm actually up 52 cents on McDonald's, which is crazy how the market is still going up. It's crazy how much the market has grown in the last 3 or so months. I can remember in December when everyone was selling off all of their positions, December 24th to be exact. I think that time was when my portfolio was down the most. But if anybody stuck around since then and kept investing in the stock market since then, I'm pretty sure your portfolio will be up unless you guys are penny trading or something. And if you're day trading penny stocks and you're not good at it, I don't know what to say. I mentioned this in almost all my videos. Day trading penny stocks is most likely not the way to go for long-term success unless you're really good at it, like top 1% good at it. But I digress. I deposited another $100 into my portfolio, I think earlier this week. And right away, once you deposit your cash into this portfolio, it will automatically take that cash and invest it into these companies in your portfolio. So that is also one difference from the Robinhood app. On the Robinhood app, whenever you deposit any type of cash into your account, it just stays there in your buying power or your cash reserves. Automatic reinvest for you. You actually have to manually reinvest it yourself. This feature is great and bad in some cases. For example, people who just want a set it and forget it type of situation where they have their portfolio already set and they just want to keep investing their money into it. then M1 Finance is the way to go. But if you want absolute control of all the cash and where it goes before you purchase any stocks, Robinhood is the way to go. According to the cash balance control screen here, on default, auto invest all your cash. If cash exceeds $10, M1 will automatically invest my entire cash balance. At the moment, I don't want this to be set up this way, so I'm gonna change it to don't auto invest until I get a better understanding of how this works. So I'm just gonna change the default here to don't auto invest my cash. But this is a great way to just have a set it and forget it type of situation if you want to not think about your portfolio that much. What I wanted to do exactly was to add a few more stocks into my portfolio and also adjust how many shares that I have of each of these companies, because right now I'm too invested into these individual companies, and I want to be more invested into these ETFs that I have here. So I'm gonna go into this plus, and I'm going to edit pie. At the moment, I have about 7 stocks and 3 ETFs. So what I'm doing here is I'm gonna add in some Vanguard ETFs. Right now, I'm going to add in the Vanguard Total International Stock Market here. This is a international stock ETF from Vanguard. Let's just do some quick information on here. I think the market cap is about 10.6 billion. Expense ratio is very, very low. It's 0.11, and the dividend yield is about almost 3%, which is about $1.52 per share. One thing that Robinhood doesn't do is give you any of this information, especially the expense ratio. I don't think I've ever seen one on Robinhood, but I'm going to add this to the pie. And I also added BND, which is the Vanguard Total Bond Market. One share of this is $81.24. The market cap is 35 billion. Expense ratio is even lower, 0.05, and the dividend yield is about 2.77%. And I already added that into my pie. If you guys don't know what I'm doing, I'm following the Bogglehead's recommendation. It's also known as the 3-fund portfolio. It's a very passive way of investing if you guys just want to be invested in the stock market. I'll leave a link in the description if you guys want to find more information about that. But basically, with these 3 funds, the BND, the VTI, Vanguard Total Stock Market Index, and also the Vanguard Total International Stock Market, just with those 3 funds, you'll be covered for the entire stock market. And for anybody who's really lazy in investing and just want to be invested in stocks, this might be the way to go. You guys can look that up yourself. But what I want to do was subtract some of my shares here from these companies. I'll probably turn all these into 5s. 5% of Amazon, 5% of Bank of America, 5% of Facebook, 5% of McDonald's, 5% in Microsoft, also 5% in Netflix, and here we go, Vanguard, VIG. No, I think I'll keep this at 10. So Vanguard Dividend Appreciation. You guys know that I'm a dividend investor and I love my dividends, so I only invest in stocks with dividends, and Vanguard Dividend Appreciation is one of them, and this one gives about 1.93% of dividends every year, and that's about $2.10 per share. So I'm going to keep that at 10. VOO, this is the Vanguard S&P 500. So I think you guys see a little bit of a trend here. I'm going to keep this at 10. VTI, I'm going to keep that at 10. I'm going to increase this to also 10. I want to be invested in overseas companies. So I have about 15% left. I think in the total bond market, since I'm still quite young, I'm only 30 years old, so I don't need to have that much money in bonds. So I'll keep this around, let's say I'll just keep this around 10 right now, and I'll increase the amount in overseas. And I'll also increase the amount here until I have a total of 100%. Over time, I think this portfolio will just start shifting everything into ETFs because, as you guys know, I'm kind of brand new to stock market investing. I've only been doing this for the last 7 months. I think the way to go if you're really lazy and you just want to be invested is to just invest into index funds, and Vanguard is a great place to start. That's how I want to invest when it comes to M1 Finance. I don't want to pick stocks that much anymore, especially when it comes to these bigger name brands like the ones I have here, because when you are picking stocks, you have to do a lot of research, and I don't have that much time to do it. So that's why I'm trying to follow this lazy man's approach to investing in the stock market. So this is my new portfolio. I'm gonna save this. Confirm changes. Are you sure you want to make changes in your portfolio? Yes, I do. All of these ETFs here are on the top, 15%, 15%, 10, 10, 10. And all of these stocks that I picked from the other week, I changed my position in them by a lot. I halved my positions in all of them. And I think eventually I'll be completely invested into ETFs when it comes to this portfolio, unless I'm trying to experiment with something. So the thing that I don't like about M1 Finance is that they only do one trade per day, per trading day. So let's say for my example, I just edited my portfolio. This is going to take one trading day for me to edit. So anybody who's trading at a higher frequency multiple times a day, this app is not going to be for you. So just to sum everything up, Robinhood Pros, good for day traders, good for option traders, and is good for people who have a lot of time and people who have very small portfolios. When it comes to pros for M1 Finance, is great for long-term investors. M1 Finance is great for people who are really busy, who don't have a lot of time, who make bigger returns off of their day jobs or other investments than in the stock market. And it's also great for people who have a bigger portfolio, so they can take advantage of drip and that fractional shares, because all that compounding will just grow your portfolio even faster. Hopefully this video helps you decide which platform is right for you, Robinhood or M1 Finance, or use both of them. If you guys are loving this video, drop me a like. If you're brand new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. I come up with a lot of content about finance, investing, real estate, and I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.